3, 2. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Justin, KC9WSC, down in the electronic workshop, doing a little bit of a product review. This is an item that was donated to me from a friend in a box full of radio equipment and just odds and ends of electronics. And I thought this was an interesting device that might be worth reviewing. So here it is. Hi, it's there. This is the SURECOM SF, Sierra Foxtrot that is, -401PLUS. Phonetically, plus is spelled Papa, Lima, Uniform, Sierra. Anyway, sorry, I'm a bit punch drunk from doing about 14 takes of this video. So, let's move on. This is a frequency counter as well as a CT/CSS meter. So, meaning it is a frequency counter, and it does tone detection for CT/CSS and DCS tones. We'll go ahead and test some of that functionality. Now, the Plus version, as far as I can tell, does a digital signal detection as well, specifically only DMR. It has some specifications that I'll just go ahead and read off. Now, they're marketing this as a field servicing kind of professional and enthusiast type of signal detection frequency counting device. It is being sold on Amazon as of today, 3/27 of 2025, for around, well, $54. So it's a bit, it's not super expensive, but it's also not super cheap either. It's a bit, it has its limitations, and it looks like there's a few similar devices as well that fit that that groove. This device covers frequencies from 27 megahertz all the way up to 3 gigahertz. In quotes, so there's some limitations on accuracy. They have a note here that says, note, 27 megahertz to 100 megahertz cannot be guaranteed, and corresponding normal emissions appliance. So basically they're saying it's not really gonna be super accurate or work correctly in that frequency range. It does, though, offer some guarantee or calibration for the 136 to 174 megahertz VHF range, as well as the 400 to 520 megahertz UHF range, and they do CT/CSS and DCS decoding in those ranges. They also claim a stability of from -45°C to 65 degrees Celsius with the TCXO temperature compensated crystal oscillator that's built in, for ±2 to ±4 parts per million. It specifically says DMR signal E frequency counting, so there's a digital mode on here that will do DMR, not C4FM, not D-Star, just DMR signals that it can decode the frequency that's transmitted. Another feature on this that's worth noteworthy is a -10 dB attenuating switch on top, right there. And let's see here, let's go over some of the other specifications, such as battery. This one has a 3.7 volt 600 milliamp hour battery is what they're advertising. The screen is a TFT display of 320 by 240 pixels, and they have noting in here that the TCXO crystal oscillator has a plus or minus of 2.5 parts per million, so pretty much in the middle of that range that they were claiming. Charging is a micro USB for 5 volt charging capability, and the impedance, input impedance of 50 ohms on the BNC port on top. Does come with that antenna and a charging cable and a charger. This one only came with the antenna, and I did not see a charging cable or charger, so I will probably have to find one when I give this to a new home. The weight is 113 grams. Dimensions are 70 by 25 by 90 millimeter. And that's really about it. Does the normal table of CTCSS and DCS decoding types. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up and do a little testing. You have to press and hold the black button until the number counts down, like so. And here's the screen you're greeted with. First of all, on the buttons on the bottom, you have P1 through 4, P1 menu, P2 start, P3 digital and analog switching, and then P4 is for clearing the frequency that's on the screen. Let's go into the menu. We're greeted with a display here that says frequency meter. That'll take you back to the home screen. It is showing that this is the SF-401 version 4 Plus. So it might be firmware upgradable. I do not know. I did not look. We can navigate down to System using P2 as return. And you can set some parameters in here like the LCD dimming. You can set auto power off functionality from 0 to 30 minutes. Dim level, display character type or decimal point of 3 or 4. So you can have 4 after that. We'll talk about that too, because on the digital side, I could not figure out how to get it to display 4 decimal points, or 4 digits after the decimal. Frequency offset. Now these are calibrated from the factory, and on mine there was a piece of paper on the back that shows the calibration for it, which is what we have in here. Now, when I got this, those were not in there. It was set for zeros. So we're going to have to take note of that you may have to take note of the piece of paper on the back in case that gets lost for any reason. We're going to go ahead and navigate down to the RF detection level that's set from 2 to 50. The smaller the number is, the more sensitive it is. The higher the number, the less sensitive it is. And then we have the bottom one here, which is English or simplified, which I think is Mandarin or simple Chinese type of thing. So let's menu out of this. We're going to go ahead and hit save anyway because it's there. Then we have power off, so you can navigate to just powering off the device, or you can press and hold the black button until the counts down, and then you release the button and you're powered off. And then we have the about side, which is going to tell you just a bit about the device, frequency range, model number, firmware, etc. If we navigate up to frequency meter, that's going to take us back to the main screen. We're currently in the analog function, as you can see in the top corner here. On the left hand side, we have the battery indication showing the charge state of the battery, as well as a timer showing how long has this device been powered on. Counts up as you go. The screen dims automatically. Frequency in megahertz, CTCSS tones will show up here, and DCS tones will show up here. There's some scaling that will show up for the decoding point or strength. That would be the frequency strength side of this metering device. I have my Anytone walkie set for 146.520. We're on low power. I'm down in my workshop, which is in the basement, but I still will identify that I'm testing. So let's go ahead and push to talk and see how this does. Right, let's go ahead and say what we got going on here. This is KC9 WSC just testing, KC9 WSC testing. So as you can see, it shows a 146.5198. So it's maybe the meter isn't horribly accurate, but it's close enough for government work, as they say. Showing a CTCS tone of 114.8. Let's check that and go into settings, channel set, and transmitted tone, CTCSS. I am actually on 118.8, so I don't know if that is correct. Let's go and check UHF. 4446. Let's just do 446 and zeros. Okay. Now let's check it. KC9WSC, just testing, just testing. See, now that shows up correct, but for whatever reason, the UHF doesn't. And I don't believe it's my Anytone radio that is causing that problem, because it works fine on a repeater. So I do not trust the tone decoding on VHF on this particular device. And there's probably a calibration to do that, but that is not great that that is not working correctly. So, all right, let's go ahead and try the digital side of this device. And we'll go to analog from digital now to digital. We're going to go into menu, settings, channel set, channel type, digital. Navigate back to the main screen. We're in time slot 2 on DMR, and we will transmit. This is KC9WSC, just testing. And now you see it only shows 3 digits. Now in this, it is set for a 4-digit decimal point, so it apparently only does that on analog. And I verified in the settings menu that it is set for 4 digits, and it doesn't appear to have a separate menu for digital from what I can tell. I'll have to look a little bit more into it, but it tells you kind of what you need to know, but it's troubling that that CT-CSS tone didn't work right on VHF. Okay, let's go back and set this to analog. Channel type, analog. And I'm going to change the tone to DCS. And now we're in DCS 23N. KC9WSC, just testing. Okay, still showing the hertz. KC9WSC, just testing. Nothing. Let's go back. Channel set. It didn't take. Select. I had to select it. KC9WSC, just testing. There it is, showing the DCS now. So the DCS functionality seems to work fine. Let's go to 146,500. See if that still is true. KC9WSC, just testing. Just testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, just testing. Okay, now that's showing a weird thing. Let's go back to settings, device, tone. It's on DCS. It's on there. Okay. KC9WSC, just testing. Still not right. Let's see if we have something going on in the radio. Turn that one off. Tone transmit, DCS, select. KC9WSC, just testing. No tone that time. Okay, let's go to settings, channel, transmit tone. We're transmitting the digital tone. KC9WSC, testing. So it's not showing it up there. Now, is this my radio or is this the device? See, that's the troubling side of this. We're going to turn that off. We're going to go back to this one. So this will be able to receive and transmit. We'll go to DCS and try it again. KC9WSC, testing, 1, 2, 3. So on VHF, I would say that this device is pretty much, I don't know if I'd trust it. It doesn't seem to quite work correctly. It could be that this device that I have is not functioning correctly, being that it was sent to me. Maybe there was something that happened to it. I don't know. But I don't find that the UHF side seems to be fine. The VHF side, especially with tone decoding, does not seem to work correctly. It's like a little off. Maybe I'll factory reset this and just try it again. I have to power it off. To power it on. do... Okay, I'm gonna power it off. Hit button 2. I'm gonna power it back on. Power on 1. Restore defaults 2. Okay, let's go into menu and see if that actually did. Return. Yeah, okay, so if you press and hold it too long, it just automatically restores the defaults. Let's try it now that the defaults have been restored. See if something's just wonky with this thing. Now we're back into the menu. And of course, we're going to be on a three-digit decoding. KC9WSC, just testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, just testing. Huh. Well, now it works. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to channel settings, and let's set the tone to CTCSS 114.8. Back out again. Same frequency, and we'll just check the tone again. KC9WSC, just testing. Yeah. So I factory reset it. Now its accuracy is still off. Let's go ahead and adjust that. So it is 497. Let's just adjust that. Let's go back to system, and we'll go to frequency offset. And let's go positive 50. Let's start there and save. And we'll go up and get out of this. Try it again. KC9WSC, just testing. Okay, so we're still off. We'll go back, and I know it was supposed to be set for 75. I might bump it up a bit. Return, we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go up to, let's go try 70, 75, let's try 76. Select, menu, save, up, return, okay. KC9WSC testing. Okay, we're still short. Let's go and open up the counter side of it to 4 digits. Settings. There. Menu, save. Up, there. Up, enter. KC9WSC, just testing. Now we're spot on. So we're looking good. I think that really, honestly, you just kind of have to either reset that whole damn device and then put back in the calibration. This one needed to be bumped up just a bit. But you should calibrate this with proper equipment, not just rely on that the radio is accurate when the radio might not be. So let's go back and try digital. See what that says. Okay, we're in analog. Let's go to digital. Yep, still only 1 decimal point, or 3 decimal readout. Boy, that thing drops off like a brick when you get away from it. So it's pretty close. I would honestly say it's probably good enough for government work. Anyway. So yeah, there you have it. So it does work. It just has some issues that you have to keep in mind. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you found this informative. If you did, like and subscribe, and please share. We'll catch you in another nerdy moment. 7-3 for now. And we'll yeah, I'll be here. See you later. Bye-bye.